Good cold Friday to everyone, and welcome to Garden State Weather and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, providing superior forecasting for the northern mid-Atlantic 24 hours a day. I'm forecaster Robert Smith with the video forecast discussion for Friday and the weekend ahead for the 21st already of November 2014. And we're waking up to a mostly clear sky, a partly cloudy to clear sky across the forecast region this morning, and a chilly morning indeed, with temperatures still hovering in the upper teens here this morning at 7:15 at High Point Monument. Very high, low temperature here at Walpack at 17 this morning at 7:15 this morning. Other temperatures in the region are running anywhere from the low to the mid 20s across northern New Jersey, getting closer into the upper 20s in the Newark, New York City, LaGuardia area. And out on eastern Long Island, temperatures are in the 20s to around freezing at Montauk Point this morning as well. And the winds are freshening out of the northwest, and we have wind chill values this morning in the teens to the low and mid 20s. So you're going to have to bundle up when you go outside during this morning. Visible pass of the satellite imagery this morning, just before the 7 o'clock hour, shows mostly clear skies, a few cirrus clouds across northwestern Pennsylvania and into just downwind of the lakes here, where they're still receiving some snow, but the snow band has shifted to the south. It's been a wallop of a snow event here on both Lake Erie, downwind from Lake Erie, and of course the areas further to the north of Lake Superior, downwind Watertown, New York. Those areas have received a substantial amount of snow. Latest water vapor channel and 500 millibar analysis this morning just before 7 a.m. shows our upper level trough here digging into southeastern Canada and into the northeastern United States. A couple of port lobes moving through. The winds will be increasing as this trough axis passes to the east, and then high pressure will begin building in with a warming trend over the weekend. This is something we haven't seen too much of, the southern stream systems entering Southern California, as El Nino is west-based right now, or near neutral to west-based, and where we'll talk about that in just a moment. This is having an influence on the subtropical jet stream, and these disturbances now moving into Southern California. Unfortunately, this is this whole area, this whole state in the southwestern United States in a severe drought right now, extreme drought, not even severe at this point. And as a result of that, we're finding some light rain getting into the southwestern portions here of California right now this morning. And it's much needed rain, but it's not significant at this time. Watches, warnings, and advisories. Gale warnings have been allowed to expire at 7 a.m. this morning. Small craft advisories do remain in effect for the waters today, and these will be in effect through this evening. And then sub-small craft advisory conditions and seas expected for tonight. And then we'll find small craft advisory conditions expected for later Saturday and Saturday night. And those will continue on Sunday night, and Monday through Monday night, small craft conditions continuing, and then Tuesday, small craft conditions possible early on the ocean. And for the aviational flight deck today, VFR today and tonight, west to northwest winds at around 10 to 15 knots. Some gusts this morning, 20 to 25 knots, and then those will subside during the afternoon. Still could find some higher gusts around 20 knots scattered about the area. Winds will diminish to under 10 knots after sunset and become light and variable tonight. Saturday through Sunday, VFR expected, increasing clouds on Sunday. Sunday night through Monday night, lower conditions possible in rain and fog moving in. And then Tuesday, back to VFR once again. Right now outside of Newark, it's a chilly 24, and the dew point is 8 Fahrenheit, humidity 50%, the wind is west at 9, and it makes the wind chill feel like 14 degrees with a few scattered clouds at 4,500. VFR conditions are in place for today. Right now outside of Philadelphia, it's 29 and rising slowly. Temperature dew point is 8, the humidity is 41%, the wind is out of the southwest at 14 miles per hour. It feels like 18 outside with generally clear skies and VFR conditions in place. Morning surface chart from weatherroanoke.com and digital atmosphere software shows our upper trough axis swinging through the region early this morning, winds backing around to the northwest and west and freshening up. Here's our dome of high pressure, which will be sliding over the forecast region with chilly weather today, tonight, and tomorrow. Temperatures begin to modify as this boundary down to the south and west lifts to the north with warm air advection on Sunday and a spotty shower in the morning, and then a break in the action until the rain really begins to arrive later on Sunday night into early Monday morning. NAMWRF composite reflectivity forecast from Penn State Seawall site shows lots of sunshine around, a few filtered clouds from time to time, and just cold atmosphere as high pressure builds over the top during this afternoon, tonight, and tomorrow. Temperatures generally cold, generally running in the 30s, and probably upper 30s and lower 40s tomorrow, and then we really begin to warm it up as warm air advection moves over to our west and south during Saturday afternoon. By Saturday night, we'll find more mid and high level clouds across the region as warm air tries to build over the top of the cold high pressure dome that's in place. No precipitation really. We'll have to wait till later Sunday night when a storm system pulls up and deepens towards the Great Lakes, and additional southern energy moves into the Tennessee and Ohio River Valley and then up along the East Coast. It looks like rain is going to be in the makings for very late Sunday night right through early Monday morning's commute. I'm going to use the operational model of the GFS this morning from the Next Generation Weather Lab, the College of DuPage, as Tropical Tibbetts site is not working this morning. It's been down for the entirety of the morning. Anyway, here's the high moving off the coast. Here's our warm air advection riding over the top of the ridge. And this is going to be a problem because this is going to provide some rain to areas that receive the snow. And this is just a bad situation downwind of Buffalo and Watertown, as temperatures are going to be warming and obviously rain is on the way, so there's going to be a significant flooding issue going into the area probably late on Sunday and Sunday night into Monday, and we'll be monitoring that weather picture for you as well. In the meantime, for our forecast area, that will stay to our north and west, and then eventually by the time we get into Sunday night and Monday, temperature is going to be warming with warm air advection at the lower levels, a low level jet increasing across the region, and pockets of moderate to heavy rain late Sunday night, early Monday morning for your commute, and then that moves out. That moves out with a cold frontal passage. Temperatures are going to be mild on Monday in the 60s across most regions, and then the cold front comes through Monday night with another secondary batch of cold air following as the upper low moves into southeastern Canada, and the front gets stalled up along the east coast a little bit to our south, and a wave is going to develop somewhere along the front. The ensemble guidances from the European and the GFS indicate a lot of clustering in the members now, and it could be a little bit further of a westward track, and this would affect the regions right along the immediate coast, possibly by Wednesday afternoon and Thursday, one of the biggest travel days of the year, obviously for Thanksgiving. And we just don't know if this is going to take a westward track closer to the coast and affect us for your travel plans, or whether it will remain out to sea. Right now, the model guidance as of this morning and last night is continuing to an out to sea or just east of the coastal regions as high pressure builds once again in, and Turkey Day itself could be cold and dry across the region with temperatures back into the 40s. So the wild temperature swings of 20 to 25 degrees up and down will continue into next week and the week to follow as very cold air settles into the eastern United States right through your holiday weekend, Turkey Day, and then the trough moves through with another cold frontal passage on Thursday night and Friday, and then just cold air for your holiday weekend. Models are struggling in the 500 millibar height mean analysis as the wavelengths continue to shorten. I have to tell you, the PNA, the EPO, and basically the AO are obviously negative and will continue to move in a negative fashion. The North Atlantic ice oscillation, however, is trending towards a neutral position. And if we looked at yesterday morning's 500 mean height anomalies in decameters here from the European, the GFS, and the CMC, shows our trough axis here through this Great Lakes, southeastern Canada, Hudson Bay, down through the upper Midwest here, with the core of the cold in southern Canada around Hudson's Bay into the Great Lakes and into the Northeast with below normal height anomalies here. The GFS is rushing this a little bit too quickly. Also breaks up the ridge axis and shifts it into two zones here. This looks suspect here as it's rushing the cold air further off the east coast with the trough axis here. The CMC model is somewhere in between, which looks quite reasonable. And then if we looked at last night's run, which just came in, again, big changes. Look at the European model from yesterday morning and last night. Notice how it's also tending to go the way of the GFS, and the GFS is backing up to the European model. So a lot of convolution here, and the CMC is a little bit in between. So it's going to be a fight back and forth between the polar, the Arctic, and the subtropical jet streams over the next couple of weeks as we move into the winter. So for everything live, it's Garden State Weather and gardenstateweather.blogspot.com, Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. I'm forecaster Robert Smith. You have a pleasant weekend, and we'll be back in video form on your rainy Monday morning commute.